Hi, welcome to my guitar tutorial. What I'm calling one of the best methods, in my opinion, for learning and jamming with the minor pentatonic. So look below the description. I'll include a PDF of the two basic scale patterns that I'll be using. So this is just an A minor backing track I'm using. I thought this would be a good way to present this. So this is something I've talked a lot about in all of my videos, organizing the guitar into two-string groupings. So this is something I've been teaching since like the early 90s when I first started teaching private guitar lessons. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of go through the patterns very, very quickly and then maybe talk about a couple different concepts that I use there. So I'm not going to bother to switch my pickup position. As you noticed, as I went to the two different strings, I changed my pickup position. So I think for the tutorial section, I'll just keep everything on neck pickup. So the first pattern is G, A, C, D, E. So here I'm choosing to slide from D to E, but you can maybe slide from C to D also. Okay, so the next two strings, G, A, C, D, E. And then the next two strings, G, A, C, D, E. Right. So then the beauty of this approach is once you discover like a little melody or riff on one set of strings, it'll automatically move over. Or if you're playing in, like, say, a rock band, like if you do a riff here, then the other guitar player can go, and then you play those together. And so on. Okay, so I'll do the descending. So E, D, E, D, C. So what I choose to do is I choose to slide up with the third finger, down with the first finger. But that's just a personal preference. So E, D, C, A, G. Next string. E, D, C, A, G. And then E, D, C, A, G. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll go to the next one. I'll just switch pickups just for giggles. Okay, so now the one starting from C, C, D, E, G, A. So I'm still choosing to slide with my third finger. Next string, C, D, E, G, A. And then next string, C, D, E. Right, so those are the patterns that are on the PDF that's in the description below the video. You can download that. Okay, so then backwards, A, C, A, G. Okay, then sliding with the first finger, E, D, C. Next one, A, G, E, D, C, A, G, E, D, C. And then just to end off the introduction, I just landed on that A note. So you might ask, okay, so maybe you'll ask the question, so why not just do the blues box? So certainly you can do that, and there's plenty of people that talk about that. But if you look at what I'm proposing here, is if you're in your blues box and you slide there, that's the middle of the pattern. And then if you slide down here, that's the lower pattern. So then the other thing I didn't do a lot of bending, but you can certainly bend any of these D's up to E's, you know. So either way, either direction there, and then. So once again, so if you find a lick that you like, then you basically have 3 licks. So let's say I did. Right, very typical. So I could do exactly the same thing in 3 different places. Or here. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll go up to here. I'll do the same thing here. So the D up to E right here. So there you have to go to the 3rd string, and then here, and then here, and then to end it off, you would have to go into the blues box. All right. So then I think the other thing I did, I didn't emphasize this quite as much as I wanted to, is this idea of the blues note. So if you're up here, A, G, so then E flat, D, right. So then there's all different kind of things you can do, and then going to the next 2 strings. So I think I did I can't think if I did this or not. So you hold the G note and slide the E flat up to E. Or I didn't do this lick either. So this is a kind of a Stevie Ray Vaughan thing. In Chitlins Con Carne, I really like, he does like a lick. He goes up from the flat 5, and then he goes down, something like that. So slide up to the 5th, to the E, and then slide down to the D. Okay, so that was a nice lick there. Okay, so here, blues box here. So adding the E flat there, do 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 do, and then same thing here, adding the E flat. Okay, and let's do the same thing here. So G, A, C. Right, you hear that a lot in kind of blues rock. So D, E flat, D, and then the same thing here, adding in the flat note, and then. Okay, then so that's some blues things. Then I guess I'll talk about one more thing before I wrap this up. So then the other thing when I used to teach this a lot in private lessons, in-person lessons, is I always found it fascinating that you can do chromatic into each of the ones. So if I'm doing a minor blues, A minor, D minor, E minor, I have a chromatic up to the 1, A minor, chromatic up to the D, and then chromatic up to the E. I'll do that in two more places. So here, G up to chromatic up to A, chromatic up to D, and chromatic up to E. And then one more. I'm not going to do it up here. So here, chromatic up to A, chromatic up to D, or chromatic. Okay, so there you go. Chromatic up to E, chromatic down to D. Yeah, so any of those chromatics. And then it's just a question of just using your ear and your taste and your sensibility and practicing to see when you want to throw in the chromatics and when you don't. That's kind of a nice idea too, that idea of kind of sliding into and out of the flat at 5th. So once again, the principle here is once you've discovered that there, then it's exactly the same in all in three places. Okay. Okay, so that's about all I was thinking about for today. I just wanted to present these two basic scale patterns, and this is a concept and a method that I think is very, very useful. And I stressed it a lot when I was teaching, and I think it's a good way of organizing the fretboard. Okay, I think what I'll do for my ending improvisation, like I said, I didn't really plan it. I was thinking I was going to put the backing track on, but I think I'll just do sort of a chord melody thing. I'll do the ending improvisation with no backing track, just A minor blues, using some of these concepts and the chords, and just kind of see what happens. Okay, so well, thanks for listening and watching, and have fun with the A minor blues. You can find your own backing track online, A minor blues, and then you can mess around with these scales. Okay.